Good afternoon, everybody. Let's get this meeting into session. Now, before I get into today's topic, I just want to quickly mention that yes, I know this is a bit different than my usual episodes, but I think that a lot of people may really enjoy it and learn something from it as well. Plus, the person I'll be talking about today is a writer, so I figured it'd be a good idea to share it through my actual podcast as well. For the people who would like an explanation, for my 11th grade English class, I was assigned a First Nations Métis Inuit changemaker, and was told to do some research on them and then turn the information I found into a presentation form different from the usual slides presentation. My idea was to design a poster board, but I've never been good at that, nor do I have the time. So, after I found out who my changemaker is, I found out that he is also a writer, which I have no doubt that my teacher selected for me on purpose. And then I decided that talking about him in a podcast episode would be an actual amazing choice, especially since one of the questions of the assignment is, how can you get involved? To which I responded with a basic, I can get involved by sharing articles and videos I found by FNMI voices on social media, and to friends in order to help spread the word and help more people become aware of their existence. So actually making a podcast episode on it would be an easy way to follow through with that. Also, just want to quickly say to my teacher, thank you for selecting this changemaker for me. So, enough with the boring old explanation. Let's get into today's topic. Waubgeshig Rice. And yes, I looked up the pronunciation for that. If I somehow pronounced it wrong, I am sorry. So, who is he? Waubgeshig Rice is an Anishinaabe writer and journalist from the I didn't look this part up. Wassookeesing First Nation in the Canadian province of Ontario. Sorry if I butchered that. Rice's work has been acknowledged across the country, notably at WordsFest 2018 Indigenous Voices Showcase in Calgary. Now, why is he a changemaker? Waubgeshig Rice is a changemaker because he went to Germany back in high school. He learned that due to pop culture, the students that met him expected a more stereotypical appearance of a native. While he was also in Germany, he was writing articles about his experiences for a newspaper company in Canada. After the first article, he started to receive letters talking about how inspiring he is. That was when he learned that change could be done through the written word, and wanted to continue writing and telling stories on Indigenous life, both fictional and non-fictional. What are some words that I would use to describe him? Some words that you would use to describe this man is creative, inspiring, bright, kind, fatherly, and definitely relatable. What causes is he fighting for? Waubgeshig Rice is fighting to educate people about Indigenous lives and make sure to lower people's level of ignorance towards the lives of others. In what ways is he elevating FNMI voices? For anyone who doesn't know, FNMI means First Nations Métis Inuit. He is elevating FMNI voices by raising awareness and helping people notice him, only to eventually find others like him. He is sharing his experiences through writing, and one voice can eventually lead to many more. What are his key concerns? Teaching people the opposite of stereotypes, to do what he does for good, to spread awareness of Canadian Indigenous lives through stories. What are his goals? From what I found through my research, his goals are to continue writing, to continue achieving more, to gain a larger audience, to continue educating, to continue inspiring, and to be a good father and husband for his family. What has he accomplished so far? So far, he has written multiple articles for an Indigenous newspaper publishing company, has done and completed a foreign exchange program, gotten married, had kids, worked at CBC for reporting, published multiple books, graduated from Ryerson University, and was a host of Up North, a CBC radio station. So safe to say, he has achieved quite a bit throughout his life, and I'm sure there are many more smaller achievements uh, that aren't as public online. Where is it happening? This issue I didn't really understand in terms of the question, primarily because the issue I got wasn't locked into a certain area, but my response to it was, this issue can't be pinned down to one specific area, though he is currently living and working between Sudbury and Waubgeshig. The next where question is the cause specific to a local area or is it a broader issue? To which my response was, the issues that Waubgeshig Rice is working on is a far more broader issue that was formed through years of colonization and uneducated, closed-off pulp culture. Now onto the whens. Is there a cause tied to a specific movement? Once again, wasn't sure how to respond to this one because the movement is far broader, so I responded with, his journey of writing wasn't tied to a movement per se, but more of opportunities and positive feedback. Is the issue ongoing? Yes. The issue of stereotypes and ignorance towards First Nation lives is still ongoing, and Waubgeshig Rice says so in a video that was posted by Walrus. And by the way, to all of the listeners, I'll be crediting my sources in the description. I only needed like 2 or 3 sources, especially since the video that he posted sharing his story ended up answering all of my questions, but the minimum for the assignment was like 5, so I grabbed 2 more. After all, I clicked on them, so I technically used them. Next, there have been developments. If someone were to look at his website, then they'd be able to clearly see that there have been developments. There's even been one message on his site from a person who read one of his stories and goes on to say, we all know that history is written by the victors and other writing is propaganda. Your book not only described the climate disaster unfolding, it was very instructive, teaching me the indigenous way at a very deep level. This message clearly shows how he has indeed helped and educated people. Now on to how. How is your changemaker helping to elevate FNMI voices? Waubgeshig Rice is helping to elevate FMNI voices by writing on his experiences and giving credit, or even shouting out other creators that he thinks are working to share the same information and trying to educate like he is. What strategies has he used? He has used his opportunities and experience in writing to spread his word in an informative and entertaining way. Now for the final how. How can you get involved? I can get involved by sharing articles and videos I have found by FNMI voices on social media and to friends in order to help spread the word and help more people become aware of their existence. Now for the final question. Why should your classmates care about this issue? My response to this was, my classmates should care about this issue because they may still have some outdated stereotypical view on certain groups of people, indigenous or not, and being educated about one view of ignorance may help them realize their ignorance to a completely different group or subject. And well, those were the questions I had to answer. Even though I'm well aware that the chances of him seeing this episode are slim, I still want to invite him. So, Waubgeshig, if you'd ever like to come onto the podcast and share more about yourself, or if I ended up sharing anything incorrect by accident that you would like to correct or elaborate on, then you are welcome to join me. And well, everyone, it is time to get to work on concluding this meeting. So, check out my novels, Death Chill, Flame Rape, and Arctic Blaze on Amazon and Kobo, link in the description. Check out the Creative Writing Club Discord server in the description. Check out Waubgeshig Rice's Instagram at Wob, linked in the description. Check out the Creative Writing Club Instagram at creativewriting_club. Check out my personal Instagram at dark_night_wolves. And how about we all go and read something educational?